Redwan, I don't expect you to watch all these videos, bruv, but I just had to answer back to your two videos. You put a lot in there, you put a lot of different points in there, and so I just thought answer. I don't blame you if you don't go through all of my videos, but I just had to answer you, you know what I'm saying? So you can see that us Muslims, we do have an answer. Anyway, let's just get through the last of your tape because I'm tired, bruv.
It's far from clear that
I'm not saying that because your video is boring or not. I find it interesting and stuff. It's just, I've done 7 videos back to back.
rules of Sunni Islam or whatever tradition of faith you belong to, far from clear that those are the absolute rules of the universe. And of course, if somebody happens to belong to the same religion as you, then you have more premises to share with them, and you can argue more precisely with them. If somebody belongs to the same sect of this religion that you do, or the same, maybe the same tradition of fiqh or that kind of thing, then you have even more to rely on in common as you try to decide what's right or wrong. But you're still always anytime that we have to decide what's right and wrong, we choose how to interpret these traditions. We choose how to interpret even the sunnah.
No, we don't. That's what I'm trying to say to you. We don't. We have something called tasfir. I thought you'd be aware of that. Tasfir. You know what I'm saying? We don't. No one of us interpret how we do. We go to the people who live with the Prophet, and spent time with him. The people who he was married to. The people who lived every day with him. Basically, we go to them to understand the verse of the Quran. It's not to do with us. I don't say, well, when the Prophet said this, I think he meant that. No, it's got nothing to do with us. The Muslims nowadays, don't have a monopoly over basically what the Prophet said and what he said and what he thought about this. We refer to what the companions referred to, and those Muslims who don't, they're in error. And that's what, if you watch all my videos, I do little Islamic classes, I'm always saying refer, and I'm always quoting from the Quran, refer to the companions, refer to the Quran, refer to the Prophet. Because it's not to do with us, A Muslim comes nowadays and I think that, I think this, it doesn't matter. Why? It's irrelevant. Who is he? Who am I? Nobody. We refer to what the companions said. Companions, the Prophet, and the Quran.
A lot of times we don't know. Muhammad slept on one side. I think it's his right side. He slept on his right side. Are we supposed to sleep on our right side? There's actually debate about that. You're probably aware of. And it goes on and on and on. On and on and on.
Yeah, basically, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yeah, all the good things that you need to do a lot of things with the right side, and he basically asked us to do this, So therefore, we eat as Muslims, we eat with our right hand, inshallah, and we clean ourselves with the left hand and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the Prophet used to walk in the mosque, he used to use his right foot, and when he's stepping out, he used his left foot. So the right side, this is known, but it's clear that the Prophet instructed us that the right side, yeah, to use these and so forth. That this was his way, and he urged us to follow it. So yeah, there isn't no. If you ask any Muslim you're talking to, yeah, it's definitely right that it's not just sleeping on the right side. Generally, the Prophet used to do a lot of things starting with the right, whether it's putting on his clothes and so forth and stuff like that. So this conversation has already been dealt with from time.
Which premises do you accept, and why? That's what it comes down to about right and wrong. And ultimately, what's going on inside us is, like I said, we're sorting out the world as well as we can with our conscience. Our conscience, by that I mean our feeling, our intuition of right and wrong, and our intuition of how the universe is, and the experiences we've had, making sense of the books we've read, the ideas we've encountered, the people we've met, all of this kind of stuff. And we choose. We figure out the best worldview we can. And there's not an absolute truth there. There might be something that's absolutely true, but none of us know what it is. Somebody might have heard from God, but we don't know who. It goes on and on. It's time for me to finish. I'm running out of time, but thanks for your responses, and I look forward to more.
If what you're saying is true, Redwine, then that means that objectively, rape is not wrong, murder is not wrong, killing is murder. Lying is not wrong, cheating is not wrong, because you're saying that there is no objective truth out there. So that's my whole point. The whole thing comes back to what I was saying in my videos, Redwan. Thank you for agreeing with me that if you don't believe in God, there is no right or wrong. That basically, There is no objective right or wrong. It's just whatever you think. So therefore, at the end of the day, a rapist can be right, a killer can be right, a murderer can be right. But not in my world. It can't be right. It cannot ever be right. Yeah. No matter how many beings believe it. Yeah. Um, that all these things are right, like you just said. No. And what I'm saying to you, even an atheist who doesn't rape and doesn't steal and doesn't rob and do all these things, he can't say another atheist is wrong. Why? Because he's free to choose his subjective morality and he's free to choose his subjective morality. Red wine. That's what I'm trying to say. That these conversations, they make me strong in my faith because you agreed with me at the end of what you're saying. You're saying that there is no one knows what the absolute truth is to that. I disagree. I believe God created it and absolute truth lies with Him. And obviously, you know what I'm saying? Look, you said that people are like we're trying to make the world as best as we can. I don't think so. If you look in the countries, especially like the Western countries and so forth, look at like the crime rate, look at the drug rate, look at the teenage pregnancies, look at the racism and stuff like that. I'm not saying that Eastern countries don't have their problem, but when people say I think atheism is causing the most problems in the whole of society. Why is atheism is causing the biggest problems in society? Why? Because it's believing, there's no God, there's only one life, you only live once, go out, enjoy yourself as much as possible. And that's what people do, and I'm sure you're aware of it. Look what's going on. Everyone thinks they're island. They believe that, there's nothing major wrong anymore apart from murder and maybe, you know what I'm saying, murder and rape, really. Everything else, sleeping around, you know what I'm saying, all of this stuff, being gay, trans, that all these things that are spreading diseases, heterosexuals are spreading diseases as well, like sleeping around with loads of people and so forth. All of this stuff is decaying in society to the point, like gun crime, all of this stuff. And that's why I'll say to you, yeah, and this is not an arrogant statement, this is what I truly believe, and it's nearly finished. If you look at the Western world, like America and England, and this is another proof for Islam's truth, not the main proof, but another strong proof why Islam is true. If you look at the Western societies, like England and America and Europe and so forth, yeah, like they have the best technology, the most money, the best quote unquote universities, the best economic stability and so forth, all these beautiful things. And then when you look at like the Eastern countries and like the Muslim countries and so forth, okay, they've been robbed and raped off by the British empires and other empires and and past generations, not just Western forces and so forth. But anyway, they have really mashed up economy. You know what I'm saying? The people are poor and stuff like that. But there's something strange when you do look at America, England, Europe. They have all this technology, all this money, all this stuff, yeah. But some reason that their society has the biggest crime rate, gun rate, teenage pregnancy, sexual transmitted disease, suicides, from stress off work, all this stuff. But like the Muslim countries that are poor, you can leave your door open. People they have the longest marriage rates. They don't have less teenage pregnancy rates. They do have their problems. But significantly, when it comes to all these things like stealing, robbing, and killing, and all this, it's considerably low. It's not even half. It's like maybe like a quarter of what happens in the West. And do you know why that is, Redwan? The reason why I believe a lot of this is is because of what they're following. Because these people are Muslim. So even though they might not have all the money and everything, there's boundaries. Do you know what it is? Is that you might not have all the money in the world, but you're following God's revelation, and that's going to show in society. Whereas a place you can have all the money in the world and all the intellects, fallible intellects, and all the desires, and all this freedom, and with all that money, all that technology, all that like all them hospitals and all that stuff, yeah, you still can't combat it. You see what I'm saying? Because guidance from God is much better than any other substitute. Yeah, there's a word, prevention. There's a saying, prevention is better than cure. And I would just say to you, Redwan, come on. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. I enjoyed your videos. I enjoyed the questions you put towards me. I look to hearing forward from you, and I enjoyed this experience talking to you. And I just say to thank you again for how polite you was and for disagreeing with me strongly, but respectfully, you know. But as I say, I obviously believe in a God, Allah, and I'll just say to you, you do a lot of reading, so pick up the Quran and read it. You know it's not gonna bite you. You know it's not gonna hurt. Just check it out. Either you're gonna believe in it or you're gonna disbelieve in it. You know. But as they say in life, there's two kind of choices you can make. There's an informed choice and an ignorant choice. An informed choice is based on this information and that information. I agree with this or I disagree with it. And an ignorant choice is I don't know nothing about it. I've never heard about it. I just agree with it. And you seem like a person that likes to make informed choices, so make an informed choice on the Quran. Peace. See you later.